All right, I wanted to do a couple of the problems from the homework. I'm going to start with this one here. Um, as you can see, it's not in standard form. Remember, standard form has one side equal to 0. So we're going to need to cancel out terms on one side here so that we get 0. I like to look at the x squared term and pick which of those might be easiest to cancel, or maybe possibly one side has less terms than the other. Either way, in this case, I'm going to try to get rid of everything over here. So I'm going to start by subtracting 3x squared. So that's going to make 0 right there. So it just goes away. But I have to do that on both sides. Okay. So that would give us 4x squared over here. Right. And I'm just going to keep going. I'm not going to rewrite each step here. So I'm going to cancel out this one here, which would be adding 5x. Again, that would make 0, so that can just go away. Add that to this like term right here, and that will be 3 plus 5, so we'll get 8x. And then the last one, minus 4. So again, I'm going to add, so negative 4, 4, 0. So we have 0 on the right now. Cancel all those out. And we need to add 4 right here. All right, so we have negative 100 plus 4 is negative 96. Cool. Now, at this state, we have standard form. That's great. We can go ahead and factor that. To make this problem in particular, I'm noticing something. All of these coefficients are even, so they're at least divisible by 2. And I believe by 4. Yeah, all of these are actually divisible by 4. So what we can do is we can just go ahead and divide both sides by 4 to simplify this problem quite a bit. 4 divided by 4 is just x squared. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 96 divided by 4 is going to be 24. And then 0. Yeah. Now we have a much easier problem to factor. So I'm going to go ahead and factor this trinomial. So multiplying the first and last term, we get negative 24x squared, and then 2x. So we need two numbers that multiply to negative 24 and add to 2. It's going to be 4 and 6, so negative 4 and positive 6. That way we get a negative when we multiply, and then when we add them, we get 2. Those are the x's, I guess. All right, so we're close, getting close on this one. Finish out our factoring. We could know the factors already. We could shortcut it. I'm actually going to write them out really quick. They are just going to be x minus 4 and x plus 6 because of negative 4 and positive 6. But I'm going to go ahead and show the whole process. So I'll do the factoring box, because for harder problems, we might need to jump into this. So we have x squared. And then remember, we're splitting this term, so it's negative 4x and 6x. Negative 4x, 6x, negative 24. And then we factor. So we find our greatest common factor in each column and each row. So here we have an x in common. Here they're both negative, and we have 4 as a common factor. So that's our first factor. And in this row, they have x's in common, and in this, they have a common factor of 6. And we can check to make sure these would all multiply out correctly, which they do. And here are two factors, x minus 4, x plus 6. Really close. One final step when we're trying to solve, once you have it in this factored form equals 0, once you have it set up here, you can use what's called the zero product property to split this up into two pretty simple equations. Our first factor equals 0, and our second factor equals 0. And solving these will give us our two solutions. Add 4 to get x equals 4, subtract 6, we're going to get x equals -6. So these are our two solutions right there.